We've been kicking it for a second. I don't know if I should say that. Probably shouldn't. But we
No,
had a
we had a
nice.
good time.
Yeah. We had a nice
Caught up
early
with each
dinner.
other.
Yeah. So we had a good time, and
Yeah.
I admire Shy. I want to connect with her.
Brown. Shy's
Shy
my
Brown.
nickname.
Okay.
Call me Brown, guys.
Brown. All right. Call her Brown. My bad.
That's
She
okay.
told me that earlier too. But I admire Brown because you have a very independent perspective on it, and it was tough to find people on the ground uh, that were more on the side of the victims, I think. And so I think that was a very refreshing take, and you were able to, I think, garner a good audience just because you had a different opinion than a lot of other people. So I guess my first question is like, what brought you out to the trial? Like, what caught your interest originally?
Well, I'll say this again. I'm a Brooklyn girl. I grew up in Brooklyn all my life. I'm really into music, hip hop. I used to have dance crews when I was a little girl. So I really feel like these rappers. It's funny to say. I feel like they're my uncles.
Interesting.
Because I grew up with them, listening to them. You know what I mean? I'm in my room, my little pink radio in the third grade. I'm listening to Biggie, Jay-Z, Little Kim, Bad Boy, everybody. So what really brought me to this case is that, yes, I love hip-hop. I'm a fan of Bad Boy. I'm a fan of Diddy. But I think that how he treated women was completely outrageous and horrific. And I wanted to see how other people felt about the victims. Because I understand that the case was a RICO. I get that 100%.
Right.
However, this man was abusing women. He has 2 daughters. Matter of fact, he has 4 daughters. Mom, sister, and it's just like, for someone to be able to treat other women so horribly, I wonder if he has respect for the women in his life. And that's what really brought me to the case, because I wanted to see justice be served because of how he handled these women outside of the RICO.
Was that hard for you to analyze the case objectively? Because like I came in the case and I wasn't that big of a fan of Diddy. Like I didn't really know his music. Was it harder to like analyze it objectively, actually liking his music, or did you feel like people kind of got lost because they were fans of him?
I think a lot of people are lost because there was this one guy that goes to the case, that goes to the trial every day. He's outside saying that Diddy's innocent and blasting his music. I think a lot of people are lost in the source. I think they're so big on hip hop and they just love music that they can't see that this person is operating low vibration. Like he's operating from like the devil, from the depths of hell, and they're unable to put the music aside. Like, yes, he has great music. He's not a great rapper, but yet he has great music. He's produced a lot of great music. However, when it comes to treating people with respect, he doesn't have it. And I feel like a lot of people just love him for his music and they don't want to soak in the truth and take it for what it is. Like this horrible person.
It's well put. I mean, is that another was that another reason you might have been interested? Like, did you feel like a lot of people at Bad Boy Entertainment were kind of taken advantage of? Whether it be like Mary J. Blige or like Carl Thomas or like.
When it comes to Mary J. Blige and Carl Thomas, I'm not too educated on their affiliation with Diddy. Like I know they have affiliation with him, but I haven't heard anything in the big news like, oh, Diddy owes Mary money. I've heard about Danny Kane. I've heard about the other boy group he had making the band. Dame Dash's beef with Jay-Z. Sorry, my mind is.
I can't keep track.
But yeah. So I've never really heard any issues with him and Mary. Like I've heard little things, but coming full force, no, I haven't heard it. But yeah, I didn't think about that for the case.
And
I was literally thinking about the women who were
for you.
Yeah.
And coming into the trial, what did you think the verdict was going to be? Did you have an assessment?
I thought he was going to be found guilty.
Yeah, on everything.
I literally thought that they had enough evidence for a RICO, which I know they did because I've been following the case since last year. But again, they don't pay attention to women. Women's voices are not important. Not saying that women's voices are important, but in society they're not, because they literally disregarded what he did to these women. And I say that because there was a juror that went and had an interview with, I forgot who he had an interview with, but he was basically saying that he saw the videos of the freak off and it was nothing that serious. People were just sitting around.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but you're forgetting about the abuse that happened with these women. So it's just sad because what other woman's going to want to come forward about her abuse and her abuser if they're not taking it serious? It literally looks like he paid people off, or he has some type of connection, or starstruck, that they're not paying attention to the real issue.
Well put. And I wonder with that too. Like, did you see any of the aftermath with like the alternate juror who spoke out?
Yeah, he had that interview. That
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the black hair.
Yeah. Irish dude or something.
Yeah.
It was
You know what's
weird.
Crazy? Because he was an alternate.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You're
Like,
a juror, you're not supposed to speak
right.
to the other jurors.
And he was acting as if he were the jury. He said we all felt, and I thought that was a
How
whole
do you
bunch
know
of
how
bullshit.
everyone felt if you
Right.
weren't supposed to be speaking to them.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't supposed to be speaking to them. You guys were supposed to speak during deliberations. And I was watching another YouTuber, I don't want to say the name, but I was watching another YouTuber, and she was saying that when she was at the courthouse, that she saw the jurors speaking amongst each other, and she saw that some of the jurors were like smiling with the defendant, with Diddy's team.
Right.
Like, you got starstruck.
Like
basically.
they gave each other like knowing glances almost.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they knew what was going on. So they're in trouble for that. I think that the judge is looking into that. But like, yeah, I think that I honestly feel like Puffy's such a big star, and even though these people claim they don't know who he is, they were starstruck, and they just let him get away with whatever he's getting away with because women are not important. Mm-hmm. They're not.
Well, that's why you were here to say otherwise.
Yeah, women
You
are
know?
important. But
Yeah.
they don't pay us attention.
Yeah.
Something can happen to us. I think there was a girl for July 4th. She got raped in Coney Island. And you know what
Okay,
happened?
I didn't even know about that.
She got raped in Coney Island, and she was calling for help, and people watched and were recording and laughing as she was getting raped. Women are not cared
Oh
for.
yeah. That's like Kitty Genovese. Yeah. Right.
Women are not
That's a
cared
big
for.
story.
That's
Right.
so sad. That is
Right.
so sad.
That's a story from 50 years ago. Hasn't changed.
Yeah, it's just,
You know?
it's just like they don't pay us any attention, and
Right.
it's just a sad reality that we have to live in. And being that I'm raising two boys, I want to raise them with the utmost respect, and they respect women, and they respect those, and they don't abuse women. But it's hard living in a society like this where they disregard us.
It's scary.
It
You
is.
know. Do you think it's meaningful? I always wonder, like, was it meaningful for the victims to have at least some sources understand what they were going through and be on their side? Like, do you feel like it was like a role you might have served?
Yeah,
You may have thought about it.
I felt like that, but you know what's crazy? Puffy had someone on his defense team who was, she was abused,
Right.
and she was on Diddy's side, and I felt like they strategically put her there to let everyone know, like, yeah,
Right.
we're claiming that Diddy abused these women, but look, there's an an abused woman right here, and she's staying on Diddy's side, so he's cool. No, it's not gonna work on me because I see the game.
Right.
You guys used her because she was abused, thinking that it was gonna soften the blow. It probably worked because I mean he got off of it. And now he's sentenced for
Yeah, just prostitution. Yeah. Right.
he can't get more than 20 years, right?
Well, that's the other question. How long do you think he's going to get? The prosecutors seem to want to try to get what, like 8 years or something, and the defense is saying it should be probably time served. Do you have any? You'll definitely. Oh, I should announce your YouTube. Tell me your YouTube too,
Okay,
because
so
we got
my
100 people
YouTube
watching.
My YouTube is BWNTEA. Please subscribe. I literally just got 50
She just started.
subscribers.
She needs to go
I just
live.
Started, so please help me get there on top. And my honey's gonna help me get there on top. But yeah,
Hell yeah.
Please subscribe BWNTEA on my YouTube.
Please do.
Yes,
Yeah.
Please do.
Because that's important. It's important not to think like everybody else and like really examine the case. You're welcome to get that if you want, and really examine the case and figure out who is really being victimized. And,
Yeah.
but it's interesting in that regard. So you think it's hard to say like what will happen with the sentencing?
Yeah, because I'm hearing a lot of things. I'm hearing that because he might get time served, and he's looking like probably 22 months. The prosecution is looking for 51 months in jail, but we'll see. We'll see. Like I would not be. My hopes are low.
Yeah.
My hopes are low. Ever since he was found innocent on a couple of charges, and they only charged him for the prostitution, I don't want it to happen, but I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a year.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised. Because right now he's taking classes. He's getting help for domestic abuse,
Right.
and something else I read. He's taking classes, I guess, to help him with his problem. But it's just like he's doing what he needs to do to show the judge, like, oh, I'm a good citizen and whatever. But yeah, no, I think he needs to serve some time.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's
I love the
sorry.
music, but yeah, you're.
I'm curious, do you think there's any validity to like his son's lawsuit? The lawsuit with like the gang rape and everything.
Yes.
Interesting. I haven't been following that. What do they say? They say it was like the son and him involved?
Yeah, but they basically, I remember they said something about, I think it was Christian who was on a boat on a yacht. I mean,
Right.
Christian or just, I'm not sure which one. Please don't beat me up.
That's all right.
But one of the children was on a yacht, and they were forcing themselves on a young woman. And they had a video where Christian was actually out performing his song, and he was trying to get his girlfriend to twerk for the crowd, and she told him no. I mean, I don't know.
Interesting. So that's on video.
Yeah, it's on video.
You don't have any dates as to like when that we'll be hearing for that,
No.
I assume.
I think when they're done with Diddy, that's when they'll focus on the next one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Are you gonna go to that?
Of course. We're gonna go together. We're gonna
Hell yeah, we
figure it
will.
out. Yeah. We're
Yeah.
definitely gonna go.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. And that's the thing about, even if you get let off, the fact that you've been on trial is going to make it a lot easier for a lot of other lawsuits to come out.
Yeah.
And so I hope there's some attention on that, and that some of his guilt, at least in the public eye, is kind of assured because of the details. The other thing I was going to ask is, because you were really paying attention to this much longer than I was, do you think the defense took too long? Do you think they asked too many people? And one of the reasons that Diddy was let off is, do you think that the defense bored the jury? Was the jury just thinking, this is so boring, fuck it, he's guilty? I mean, he's not guilty. That's an argument that people use.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
No, I do think that. Wow, you know, I hadn't think about that. I do think that they presented, not even the defense, but I felt like the prosecution, they were just throwing things out there to see what sticks, because they had so much against him.
Yeah.
They had so much against Diddy that I think that literally they were just throwing it like spaghetti to see what sticks, and then they were just focusing on X, Y, and Z.
That's
but
interesting.
I really did think that they were gonna get him for the sex trafficking and everything else, especially with that video that came out. Because for you to see that video and still, oh, he's okay as a man, like, no, he's abusive. That's disgusting.
That's another thing too. Like, did you notice that? I guess was a lot of the jury, I believe so, was most of the jury kind of older, like above 50. It seemed like I could tell like one or two younger people.
I don't remember. There was Tisa gave an explanation on each jury.
Okay, I should check that out.
I don't remember all the ages, but I do remember listening to her video.
Yeah.
They were older.
See that, and that. See, I thought that was a very smart tactic, because.
Why?
Because, you know, you choose the jury, and if you choose somebody who's majority over 50, they have an antiquated conception as to what consent is, and as to what trafficking can be, and they have an almost 80s or 90s mindset that as long as you say you enjoyed it, or as long as you agreed to it, therefore there is no coercion, therefore there is no sex trafficking. And I think if somebody was younger who had a more modern understanding of things, and the assault that people go through, and that how it's, you know, you could use fear, and somebody due to fearing for your life, or even due to loss of income, when you've sacrificed your time and now you have income because of what you're doing for this other person, like that's sex trafficking, right? And I honestly think one of the reasons they won is because they're very intelligent in trying to get juries that were like old as fuck. And maybe that's something that blindsided the defense that they'll look at in the future, that like there has to be a much stronger diversity of age.
You know what? Tisa said the exact same thing.
Interesting.
She was saying that how she felt like the jury should have been a bunch of millennials, because
right.
Open-minded. We are open to fixing problems. We were just talking about that over lunch. Fixing our generational trauma and things like that.
Yeah.
So I think that if they had more people like us in the jury, we would not 65-year-old man like, oh, I used to hit my wife back in the day. That's not that serious.
Yeah.
That's I didn't think about that.
Right. They could probably like relate to it. Yeah. What do you think you're gonna cover in the future? Are you gonna cover Blake Lively's scene? Are you gonna cover Luigi Mangione? Only sexual.
You guys are gonna follow me, right?
Yeah. Say your YouTube name one more time.
BWN.
Well, people are asking for it.
TEA.
BWNTA.
Like I'm drinking tea.
Brown tea.
Spill the tea.
She's speaking. All right.
Okay.
Got the tea.
I was trying to figure out and brainstorm like what I want my page to be about, because when the trial is over, what am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So
I feel you.
I was thinking, because I'm very opinionated, I have a lot to say. I was thinking of doing, like, of course I'm going to cover trials. However, I think I want to do reaction videos. Like, I'll watch a trial, or I'll watch like an
Yeah, you should do a lot
like
of those.
like an uncover murder mystery, something like that.
Yeah.
Or I'll watch a really great documentary, and I will put my followers on and
Good.
do a little 2-minute synopsis on like what this is about, or this trial is going on in India, or whatever. Like, that's what I'm thinking of doing. I have a lot to say about a lot
I like
of
that.
things.
Yeah.
So I'll watch a little video.
Yeah.
And just do a little touch up on it. You know, one case I really love. Well, I hate that it happened, but I think about it to this day. John Bonet, that little girl.
Yeah, that's a wild story. Yeah.
She was so beautiful, pretty little girl, and I remember when she passed, when she was a little girl, and you know, till this day, they still can't find her killer.
That's interesting.
So it's crazy, because sometimes when I'm on YouTube, I watch videos on John Bonet on her story, and then it would just be great to like touch on it or give people updates. So things like that, I'm thinking of doing.
That was an interesting case, because it also like showed the beginning of the that later turned on to like toddlers and tiaras and the really creepy like dressing up their kids in this sexual way, where now it's like on reality TV there's like this explosion of like really like borderline bad stuff. And I feel like it all started with John Bonet. So that was always an interesting case. Of course, her death was a tragedy, no matter what.
Yeah.
But it was interesting because that environment like brings in like the most evil people.
Yeah.
I think.
There's another case that I remember. I don't remember the name, but if I do good enough searching, I can find it again. I remember. So I remember when I was a little girl. I remember John Bonet, and there was another little girl, and I cried. I was so sad. This little girl, I think she was mixed race. I think she was like Puerto Rican or something, or Dominican, but something, or black, something like that. Pretty little thing, and she would get abused by her mom. And one thing that stands out to me, and I still remember to this day, her mom used to use her head as a mop. So sad. Her mother would literally take her, pull her upside down, dip her into a bucket, and use her hair as a mop.
Wow, I hadn't heard of that shit.
So sad. So like things like that, I'm interested in.
Yeah.
And I like to watch documentaries on it, because maybe I'll watch this documentary, I'll watch this one, maybe I can put something together. That one. Another one I like, the Black Dahlia. Do you know that story? The Black Dahlia?
Of course. Yeah,
that's
1930s actress.
Yeah, long time ago. So it's like things like that really interest me.
Some of these bubble up.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you at some point I think you should do L.A. if they ever relitigate, which they'll probably will, the Menendez brother case. Because right now those are the two kids that killed their parents.
Yeah.
And I think there's going to be hearing to see if they're going to be like let off or not, or like paroled. Yeah, in LA. But maybe I could help get you out there or something, because I think that would be worth doing.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Because that's the interesting thing. It's like a lot of these cases pop up like 30 years later. You know, so you never know like what's going to happen and what's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I admire that you decided to come and do this, and like. Yeah, I think that's definitely what you should do in the future, because like you can pick up fairly quickly, and being able to like understand honestly and objectively, be able to analyze that.
I'm open to whatever God has my way. God has given me a lot of opportunities. Literally, I say this all the time. I feel like my life is a movie. Every day something happens. It's so great for me, and I'm just grateful for everything that comes my way.
Yeah.
Whatever God wants for me, I will receive it. Open arms.
I think, Amara, you're saying like you had kids too, and one of the reasons you were here because you wanted to like show like that's not how a man should be. You know, like.
Oh, when I left my situation?
Oh yeah, sorry, I got the two things confused. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was married for 7 years. I was married for 7 years, and I decided to leave the father of my child, my ex-husband, when I was 8 months pregnant. I'm not gonna go into detail.
But it's like,
but it was a lot. It was a lot, and I can honestly say that God took me out of that situation. I felt like COVID happened for me, because you know there are a lot of times where people are married, people boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the case may be, and they choose to stick together for the kids. But I was at a point where I was just like, it's either I raise my child as a single mom and we co-parent and they have a positive relationship, or I stay in this marriage where did, and this is something that my sons will watch, and
Sure.
they're going to do the same thing. So it was hard, but I had to do what I had to do because I love myself so much that I will never stick around just for the children, nor will I stick around to build a man up. We don't build no man for future, Lady Lava. I don't know if you know that, but we're not building no man for future, baby. Okay, we're not.
Okay.
I'm not
I
bothered.
like. I haven't heard that. We don't build no man for a
I'm gonna
future.
play the song for you after.
Okay.
What you want.
Please do.
Yes.
Please do. I'm out of the loop.
I'm not building no man for future, and
Okay.
I respect myself, and
Respect.
the person that I decide to be with needs to respect me as well, because at the end of the day, my boys are watching.
That's what's up.
Okay.
That's why I admire you doing the Diddy thing too, and like
Yeah.
to give your honest opinion, so they
Yeah.
can see like, oh, my mom doesn't think like what he's doing is okay.
No, it's not. I will not.
Because I think it'd be weird to have some of the parents, like, there's some people who are parents who are like really cheering for his innocence and said he's a great guy and fuck these hoes, and like that would suck. Like if I were a kid and I saw my mom doing that, like
Yeah.
that would kind of suck for me personally, you know?
Yeah. And another thing that's annoying with the whole case, a lot of people are saying that we're trying to bring a black man down. Now, I get that.
It's a big argument.
100%. I understand that we live in a society and a world that's racist, but I don't think it's that we're trying to bring a black man down. Even though because he did the whole nigger thing and they're trying to bring him down, I get that 100%. But I want people to focus on his character. Because whether he's black, white, Spanish, purple, blue, whatever, doesn't matter. If you treat women like that, you have to go clink, clink. You have to go.
Right.
It doesn't matter the color of your skin.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So it's not about taking a black man down. It's about putting people where they belong. Getting people the help that they need. He's a drug addict. He needs help. He needs to stop suppressing those feelings and however else he was raised with the liquor and the weed and the coke and the pink cocaine and all of that stuff. He needs to sit down and talk to God and figure out what is it that he's dealing with internally that he has to put hands on women for him to control them. Because at the end of the day, that's what abuse is. Abuse is a form of control. That's why I don't believe in beating children.
Right, me either.
I don't believe in that. Because with my words, I can tell you what it is, or I can put you in punishment. Because I'm not going to slap you up, and then when you get older, you have all this trauma because of your mama. No, not me. You don't have to beat your children to consent. And the reason why a lot of parents resort to beating is because their words aren't working, and they're getting frustrated with this little human being that's the first time in this world. Have some fucking patience. Have some patience. If you need a break, say what you have to say, go cool down for a little bit, and come back out. You don't need to beat your children. You don't need to do it. I'm so against that. I never beat my children. Never. I act like I am sometimes, but I don't beat them.
Yeah, well, you see, there's a more modern way to treat people.
Yeah, I don't beat my children. I'm not into that.
No, but that's part of the thing for Diddy. It's like you could be old school and be unethical, or like you could get with the times and like, you know, and I think that's an important thing to know. And it's a difference, you know, like a lot of people make OJ comparisons or whatever, but that's so long ago. Like even that, it was like one person.
Hold on, baby.
Oh, you're good. Do your thing. Well, you can get it. We'll probably wind down soon anyway. So, yeah, we gotta call him back. We'll wind down. Give me a shout out your YouTube again.
My YouTube is EWNTEA. Oh, she's calling me again.
All right, cool. Well, yeah. All right, we'll respond to the comment. And for Canada, Dodge, DOE is lying about you. Did you actually see Becky talk to Moxon? Yes. Okay. Yes. I saw Becky talk to Moxon. I'm not going back in that story. That's what I saw, yo. I saw what I saw. All right, guys. Well, subscribe to her. It's the truth. Sorry. It's what I saw. Guy, your freaking comments, guys. Some of them were good. Some of them were horrifying. Women across the globe, says Melody Thompson, is turning R.C. Blake's where the hearts are being healed. Tune into the conversation. Subscribe today. Okay. She is Sunny says, you had a beautiful dress. This is true. You said you were going to redact it. I did. I hammered you. No, I said I could potentially make a correction for you, but I'm not going to, Becky. Sorry. Because, you know, I have no spine, so when I saw you in person, I felt bad. But in reality, I saw what I saw. And I didn't, even when I saw you, I didn't say I didn't see it. It was only for the sake of you. Oh, maybe I'll do something. But I saw what I saw. I don't know, Becky. I don't know what you said to him. It could have been absolutely nothing. I could not hear a single bit of audio. Could not hear a single bit of audio. I mean, that's what I was saying. That's what I said on the video. For all I knew, you could have complimented his jacket. Fuck if I know what you said. I didn't say I ever knew what you said. Just that there was conversation. Shit. Wasn't a long one. What it really is devolved to something sad. That's the rub, guys. I'll stand what I say. I'm too nice to people in person. I feel bad. So I said, I'll look at it, taking it down. I think that's my exact words. Not redacting it, just taking it down. Becky was the first. Who knows who's a bad actor, Anna? But fair point. I don't have beef with Becky the way that Becky has beef with me. I really don't. But she is serious. Like, you know, I thought she was maligned in a lot of ways by DOA, but I'm not a bad actor. And nobody's saying anybody's bad. I don't think Becky's a bad actor. You know, some people feel that way. I don't, you know. She was just talking to Ken. It was just her and Jen and Ken. Her, Jen, Ken. Becky, Jen, Ken. That's it. For a few moments. That's all I was saying, guys. Shit. Anybody else want to talk to me about this anymore? What more is there to say? Nice to have you, Becky. No, seriously, it is. Big fan. Guys, subscribe to Pinche Becky. Subscribe to Pinche Becky. 0 F's given. I didn't say anything to this man. I don't have beef with you, though, Tanya. Okay, well, I appreciate that, Becky. I do. Hey, Fingy. Fingy, is that your real photo? That's probably not. That's AI, because I was checking out that photo. If that's really you, let's talk. You're staying in the Big Apple for a while, for a little bit. Mm-hmm. Especially if you got a reason to stay. You know. Not a bad actor. Well, this conversation just took a turn to the left. Ain't that the truth? Nah, Scott was exceptionally cruel to her. I don't disagree, Anna. After the encampment, I was watching Becky during the encampment. Yeah, I thought DOA was pretty unfair to Becky. I agree with that. It was Tanya standing next to them, and she's dude, it's you. I don't know. Like, I don't know. You could have said nothing of any consequence, and Tanya could have. I don't know who Tanya is. Lord knows if I know of all these. Is that Witch Share? Share Witch? Dodge, respectfully enjoy your channel. The do occasions disagree with you. Fair. New name. This is one of those times. There's nothing to disagree. I saw what I saw. But, okay, Julie, I respect that. He lied the whole time. Who lied the whole time? Scott is a sore dumbass. There's nothing going on for him. LOL. Thing, I'm still waiting to see if that's your actual photo. Yeah, I'm not defending Scott here. That's it. Everybody's pissed off at me because I'm not defending anybody. Justice for Becky. Okay. Becky has her fans. I'll say that. You know, and she's done a lot of good work. I'll say that too. She's done a lot of good work around homelessness. She really fed a lot of people in the encampment. She's had 2 decades of experience helping out in her community, helping out those who are not advantaged, doing harm reduction, knowing her neighborhood very well. There's a lot to respect, but I'm going to stick to the truth of what I went through, you know. Not me, my K-pop. I figured, Figgy. Well, you got great taste, Figgy. I thought she looked Hispanic. She didn't look Korean to me. All right. I wonder if she's half Hispanic. It's K-pop girl. My K-pop girl is Rain. I love Rain. Turns me on. Gotta love Rain. Rain! Alright, we're done here, guys. Love y'alls. We got 69 people watching. Love that. Rena knows what I look like. Okay. I'll pay for you to get an eye exam. Okay, fine, Becky. You may need glasses. Alright, give me a GoFundMe so I can take an eye exam. We're wrapping up. So you can leave whenever. Don't lie. I'm not lying about Becky, guys. Rain or the guy in the group? Rain. I ain't lying. I'm going to maintain what I said and not backing the frick down. Fingy, is Fingy a woman or a man? We have to start with that. I assume Fingy's a man. Is Fingy Confident Chris? No, that's Confident Chris's finger. I get Fingy and Confident Chris's finger confused. Lord, oh Lord, child. Oh, you're a woman. Are you cute? All right, well, no, send me a photo. Chumley hates you too. Of course Chumley hates me. I don't give a shit. Fingy is a hot girl. Oh, wow. Fingy's beautiful. All right, well, Fingy, add me on Instagram. Dodge Landisman. Chumley hates you too. Just saying. Yeah, everybody fucking hates me. Who cares? I ain't in here to be liked. I'm here to give the goddamn truth. Sometimes people be pissed off at the truth, and sometimes it strengthens their narrative, but it's the truth. So, I don't give a fuck that Chumley doesn't like me. DO8 film kids going to the toilet. Charge you. You guys are hot too. Well, thank you. All right. All right, cool. So, tell me your Instagram one more time.
My Instagram or my YouTube?
You mean your YouTube.
My YouTube is BWNTEA.
Okay.
Brown T. I couldn't do the R because when I tried to do it on Instagram, somebody had that name already, so it's BWNTEA.
Okay. Bowen T.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Please subscribe to her. She's pretty awesome. You'll be seeing me hang out with her more in the future. Bye, guys. Love you all. Please subscribe and subscribe to her.
Thank you.
Cool.
What's your